Hey everyone. So in this video YouTube update, I'm gonna discuss about my trip that I went on with Mohawk College on what was it? Yesterday, Monday? Yes, yesterday. So yesterday all day, me and my class from Mohawk, we went to out to Brantford to the Six Nations for a museum tour and a lecture or two, and then we also went to one of the last residential schools in Canada. That's also in Brantford. So first we went to Six Nations. So we got there and we had a lecture from a native guy who was explaining briefly, well, not briefly, he went into detail actually about how the native children were treated in the residential schools back when they were open. So that lecture was like over an hour. It was pretty cool though. He had a lot of artifacts he actually brought into the room with him, so that was pretty cool. And then from there, we went to a gift shop down the road. And it was pretty neat. They had like moccasins and other native goods, and it was actually pretty neat, all the stuff that they can sell, right? And I was actually looking forward to buying a carton of cigarettes. I know it's kind of sounds bad, but they only had like Demorier and all and number 7 cartons, and they're like $80-$90 easily. That's all they sold at this specific gift shop, and I'm like, are you kidding? It's like, okay, fine, no, whatever. I'm not spending that much money on a carton. Like, are you dumb? Anyways, so from there, we went to go have lunch because by this time now it was like just afternoon, right? And we actually had native homemade food catered, is the proper word for it, to us where we went for lunch. So we got there. And we had, so there was a soup, a really nice soup though, that was called the Three Sisters Soup, I do believe it's called, yes. So it consisted of corn, squash, and potato, right, with a nice broth, obviously. And it was really, really, really good. It was really good. The way my professor was describing it, I'm sorry, Marco, but it's not, the way he described it, I was like, ew, I think I have to order a pizza to be delivered while we're out here, because I'm pretty sure but no, it was actually pretty good. So, and then also we had what the chef called oven baked bread, which was phenomenal, like very tender, very fresh bread. It's really good at butter too. So, and then she also made deep fried donuts, and this donut, it literally tastes like an apple fritter, so it was actually pretty yummy. And then she also made homemade strawberry juice. Yes, strawberry. And it was amazing. It was sweet, it was healthy, it was overall the lunch that was catered was pretty good. And then we also had a child and youth worker who attended Mohawk College. Sorry, it's my friend Kyla. She can wait. So a child and youth worker who graduated from Mohawk College, she came out. It was her day off from work, I guess. By the looks of it. But anyway, she came out regardless. And while we were eating lunch, she spoke to us a bit about her experiences, stuff like that, being a native girl in the whole 9 yards, and she was actually pretty good. And then she has an album out right now. I have to research that because I want to listen to her album. But she did a lot of songs from her album. She also sang to us. She just sat down, had her acoustic guitar, and away she went. And her voice is phenomenal. And her songs, she wrote her songs all by herself. And got the melody all by herself. It's literally 100% her, and it was phenomenal. I'm surprised she hasn't made fame yet, because that is good music. So from there we went to next door. There was a kind of like in a museum of I think it was native artifacts, I do believe. Yeah, it was. So, and we had a tour there. It was pretty decent. All the artifacts that over the years that people found in relation to the Native Americans. It was pretty cool. So then from there we went. Sorry, I'm trying to condense this trip. So from there, we went to the residential school in Brantford, well, more into Brantford, which was like 50 minutes away from where we were. And we got there, and we actually had a tour of the whole residential school. Now, I kid you not. The minute you walk through that door of that residential school, okay, before the tour guide even starts speaking, okay, you feel a different kind of atmosphere. And it's different, okay? Like, I've had several supernatural ghost experiences in my life, and I still have them from time to time to this day, even my own apartment here that I'm in. So that being said, you walk in the door, instantly, as soon as I cross the threshold, right in the main foyer, immediately I felt dizzy, lightheaded. My chest was really heavy, like heavy for no reason. My breathing was very shallow. So, with that being said, basically there was a ghost, like angry spirits, are in like the children that got murdered and died in that residential school. There's tons of them. Oh wait, sorry. There's tons of them, right, that died and got murdered in that school, and they're still in that school to this day. And we toured the whole school, okay, and it was unusually cold in the school, meaning, yeah, there's ghosts around. So, and I felt these ghosts, like they were right there. The first room we went to was where the girls' dormitory was, on the first floor. So we're there. Tour guide was explaining the whole 9 yards, and then I felt like I was gonna faint, like right then and there, just go what down on the ground, right? So that being said, that usually means with me that there's a ghost right in my face, basically right up in my grill. So that's what that usually means for me, at least. So I knew, even though I couldn't see this thing, okay, I knew that there's some sort of ghost right here, basically right in my face. Now, if this ghost literally got any closer, I would have like hit the store like wrestling star, like that quick, because that was pretty intense. I had to walk around, and my balance was unstable. My professor, and my skin color was changing a bit. My professor, he saw and had a look in his face. He didn't say anything, but I did look in his face because I looked at him like, no, just don't. Okay, but like for the whole time, and so many times during that trip, I see figures out of the corner of my eye, and I go to look directly at it, it's gone. So I'm pretty sure it was a ghost anyway. So, and my classmates, I'm sorry to laugh at you guys right now. The ones that, the girls that were screaming and being like paranoid that there was a ghost that was gonna go boom. Like, sorry, you're priceless. That was great. Like, you thought a ghost was gonna come out from behind the corner and go boo-ah. Like, it was great. That was funny. Thanks for the laugh. So, we toured the whole school, the kitchen, the whole 9 yards. But literally, you walk into school, you feel really unusual. Like, not in a good way, too, because of angry spirits that are still there. I actually heard a couple of tick, 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 bang, bang, bang. That was not supposed to be there, so. It's kind of eerie, but whatever. And I'm not afraid of ghosts. I'm supernatural. I'm really not. Okay? I think when ghosts come in my apartment, because this building is haunted, believe it or not, there's been a lot of crazy shit that's happened in this building since the 1970s when it was built. When there's a ghost in my house, I just send it on its way. I'm like, get out of my house. You're dead? You need to know this. You're dead? Get the hell out of my house. Bye-bye. Just saying. So, and ghosts don't bother me usually. So, like, me personally, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I know you're ghosts. Like, go away. So, ghosts don't faze me. They really don't, which is kind of perfect for me. So, from there, from residential school, oh, and by the way, as soon as we got out, like, out the tour, like, the tour was over, we're going to go to another museum right next door to the school. As soon as you go back outside, you feel this tremendous amount of relief. Like, meaning, it's over. You're not around ghosts. The tour is over, you're not around ghosts. The atmosphere is better. Just saying. And then he showed us where the teachers buried their kids. Just went plop, plop, done, right? He showed us where those kids were buried. It's kind of sad. It was a really sad history. You guys should, for those who live in Ontario and know about Brantford, you should go into that residential school and get a tour. It's not a waste of money, and you'll just be amazed with the stuff what us Canadians did to people who were here long before us. It's disgusting. Like, I actually got upset at my own country because of idiocy. And guess who started it all? Good old Sir John A. Macdonald. Yes, our Canada's very first Prime Minister. That dirtbag of a bitch that he is, he started all this brutal assault and whole 9 yards assimilation with the First Natives. It was all started by Sir John A. Macdonald. And now that I didn't actually know that until yesterday, and then I'm like, I can't believe I went to Sir John A. High School in my city. That's disgusting. I can't believe I went to that high school with his name on it. Like, that guy was a dirtbag. Like, Harper's a dirtbag too. Don't get me fucking wrong. And Harper, if you're watching this, you're bye-bye. I'm not voting for you. You're bye-bye. You're out of the seat. Bye-bye. Anyways, back on track. So, knowing the fact that happened by Sir John McDonald, I'm like, that like, what a dirtbag. That's stupid. Like, that's disgusting. So anyways, we're going to the museum. This museum, though, was basically a history, a lot of cool stuff to see, of the very beginning of the natives to present day. Okay? Pretty fascinating. That tour of the museum took over half an hour, but it was fine. So, and actually, cool fact that natives actually built the CN Tower in Toronto. Natives. Not the whites, not the Europeans, not these construction companies. Natives built the goddamn CN fucking Tower in Toronto. Now, that is impressive. That takes a lot of time and skill. I'm just saying. That's impressive. Way to go, natives. So, and then we also, towards the end of the tour, we're in a little section of the museum. You will not believe how many people in popular culture today that are around that are native or have native in them. Like, we're talking about Johnny Cash. We're talking about Jimi Hendrix. There's other names I did not remember because I don't know who they are, but actually I lied. There's other names that I do know. It's just not on the top of my head right now. Just those two stuck out to me because I used to hear them all the time growing up. Those two singers. But yeah, can you believe that? Johnny Cash and Jimi Hendrix were actually native? That's pretty cool. So, and then anyways, after that tour, I did a couple of selfies, a couple of pictures in front of the residential school. It was pretty cool. I have tons of pictures of the trip on my Facebook. If you're on my Facebook, go check out the picture of the food that I took. I took a picture of the food. That's basically the Three Sister soup. That's phenomenal. The oven baked bread. And the deep fried donut, which tastes like an apple fritter, but without the glaze. It was perfect. And the strawberry juice. And I'm actually going to go research. Those recipes, but I'm not trying to. So yeah, so overall that trip was really good. Like, we were there from like almost 10 in the morning because we had to meet up at Mohawk at 8:45. Oh, by the way, so as soon as we met up, we had a little presentation from a native elder who works at Mohawk College named Elise, and she's a sweet 93-year-old lady. And she was teaching us about smudging and the whole 9 yards, and we actually did some smudging on ourselves. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And then she did the grandfather teachings, I think they're called. She did phenomenal, very interesting. And of course, I know how to smudge. I practice witchcraft. Witch, Wiccan, pagan, whatever the hell you want to call it. I say witch because I hate the word pagan and Wiccan because it sounds stupid. But that's just me personally. So I smudge all the time after and before rituals, in between spells, if I'm doing a spell, whatever. It's just to cleanse all the bad, negative energy, right? Even on yourself. If you're having a bad day and you believe in smudging, smudge, clean it off, right? So it basically cleanses. That's what smudging does. So it was pretty cool. So that was before. So we left at 9:15 for Six Nations. And then we were there from just before 10 till just before 4:30. Okay, so we were there the whole day, and it was phenomenal. So go to Six Nations, get these tours done. Just go research it on the internet. Go take a tour. It's phenomenal. Go to search up the residential school. It's in Brantford for Woodland Cemetery Conservation or something like that. Just go research it. It will show you. It will show you the prices. The whole 9 yards. Go. Just go get a tour because it's phenomenal. You will enjoy yourself and you'll learn a lot of new interesting things. Some sad, some not so sad. It just all depends what information I decide to tell you on those tours. So without further ado, that's my YouTube video about my trip yesterday, and that was pretty cool. So don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.